Of course, I probably... Oh, it's on landscape. Oh, good. Does that even... No, that does not help. Okay, whatever.
What if we could control lightning, bending it through the air like a puppet on a string? Today I'm going to show you a breakthrough that sounds impossible. I'm going to guide electric plasma using ultrasonic waves.
I had the exact same intuition years ago. I am finally relieved to see someone do it. Of course, my idea is that you can use sound to control neutrons. People have pushed back on this idea because you would need some incredible amount of power in order to control individual neutrons. I don't think so.
Can create a standing sound wave in between these two transducers. For solid particles larger than a certain size, the acoustic radiation force pushes them into the nodes. Smaller or more compressible particles might be pushed to the antinodes instead. So you can actually levitate particles like this. If I have a region of hot air, which is lower in density and acoustic impedance than the surrounding air, then the acoustic radiation force will push that hot air toward the antinodes. Whenever a spark happens, an enormous amount of heat is generated. So I have a ring of ultrasonic transducers so that right at the center is a strong antinode. This means that if I have any hot air near the center of the ring, it'll be forced right up that antinode. Now we're getting closer to being able to guide our plasma where we want it. Hot air lowers the breakdown voltage, meaning it's easier for a spark to form than in cold air. You can see if I blow my heat gun between two high voltage electrodes, a spark can form. It's just the hot air needed. But if I don't put the hot air there, then it can't form. So if I take a Tesla coil that's pulsing on and off, then the first few pulses will make some hot air. And then after that, the hot air will be directed to the center of the rings. Now this creates a path.
To be clear, I'm not sure you need hot air. It could maybe work with cold air. It's just the flow of matter is making it so that there is more, what do you call it? Ion exchange? Hot air might make it so that it's actually less dense than colder air, but more energetic.
For the next sparks to follow. So what you get is a beautiful guided straight line of plasma coming from the Tesla coil instead of a chaotic mess of sparks. I'm pulsing the Tesla coil's output around 2,000 times per second to create a rapid sequence of sparks that build up hot air. You can see how it makes a nice ordered plasma channel that gives a nice straight line directed wherever I want. Look at that. This is so cool because it has a ton of applications. If you change your ultrasonic transducer location, you can change where the plasma goes. You can even get the spark to go around obstacles.
Yeah.
Or
This amount of exact precision has been what I've been predicting, can make it possible that if you can control the pressure waves of all the stuff that's in the reaction chamber, and, for example, remove the electrons, first of all, somehow. Although the thing about this is a plasma and stuff, but imagine instead that you're controlling tiny particles with specific wavelength, but the main thing is that you're making these pressure zones. The neutrons should be able to be held just as easily. I see no reason why not. And it just means higher strength confinement. It's just highly like it could require being highly focused, but I don't even think that's the case. It depends on the type of shape of the reactor and how that works. Whether or not there's any other material that can be moved. Stuff like this happens because you have an atmosphere to be able to push around. And without that atmosphere, the sound can really only do anything to the particles that you're working with. Since sound is an influence through atmosphere, an empty chamber really doesn't work. So what if you could make it so that the reaction components are still there, but surrounded by otherwise non-reactive components? The natural stripped apart from their electrons fission components, the protons and neutrons, could be held in place by electromagnetic forces to hold the protons, sound to hold the neutrons, and you would be able to construct matter intricately and perfectly. I'm just thinking about a scale and system that is far more advanced than this, or only a slight tweak away from this to making controlled matter conversion being possible.
You can get it to complete circuits exactly where you want. You can even...
Okay, so there are two ways you can do this kind of lightning control, by controlling the flow on the other side of the needle. Obviously, if there's flow, it's going to be attracted towards that needle. But if you're controlling it using sound, that's cool and could make for like precision welding or some nonsense.
Use tactile sensations in different spots.
Hazmat suit, or no, haptic suit.
This has so many cool applications. It's so amazing that we can actually guide plasma with sound alone. And I want to thank Upna Labs for actually...
That seems highly controlled without even needing too much difference to a lot of other things. Just apply sound. It's high frequency sound. It's controlled so that it has specific nodes, antinodes of variant pressure, where only that area can have the pressure that you want. So directing things like lightning is easy. And imagine being able to direct actual lightning by using a sound beam. You would be able to create something that can channel the type of the air that is in a massive area by using extreme speakers to control like the column of air itself and direct lightning exactly where you want it to. That's just another, little side note that has nothing to do with my usual ideas for how to use sound to control things, because obviously I'm thinking just scale this shit up and boom, there you go. I'm sorry about the format. I'm not going to apologize. I don't care. But yeah, get on this.